tuning in right now. Welcome to Hanging with Mrs. Hayward. This is our activity for the day. So every day we do a literacy or a math activity, interactive with the little ones if you catch us live. So thank you so much for tuning in. This is an awesome resource that I picked up again at Scholar's Choice. And it's super fun, and there's a huge range of things that you can do with this activity. So we have only scratched the surface on the amazing activities that we can do. So last week when we did this activity, we did some of these awesome lessons in here. So we did some of these awesome words, like we looked at what letter does moon start with? What sound does that letter make? And is it a vowel or a consonant? So we talked about vowels and consonants. So the great thing about talking about vowels and consonants is that it helps to address a range of needs. So vowels and consonants are a lot more common. You hear them in grade 1, 2, 3, and they're talking about those. Okay, so we are going to get started. So I'm going to put these ones away because I don't want to use these ones again. But I'm going to pull out a bunch of new ones for you. So stay tuned. All right. Do you want some tricky ones or do you want just easy ones? Let me know. Tricky or easy? Okay, here we go. All right. If you're just popping on, and your little one is saying an answer, don't forget to pop their name down so I can give them a shout out. Clara says easy. Okay, so this, if you can see this, boys and girls, it is a letter. It's a letter. So I want you to tell me, this is a bit tricky because it's an actual letter. I want you to tell me what letter it starts with and what sound that letter makes, and is that letter a vowel or a consonant? So remember, our vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes Y. And the rest of them are consonants. So, letter. What letter does it start with? What letter does letter start with? And what sound does that letter make? Pop it down below. What letter does it start with? And what sound does that make? You really don't need to see all of the alphabet at the bottom. So that's why I'm staying close. I'm staying close enough just so that I can still read your words. As long as you can see it up here, what I put up here, the picture, then we're good. Letter. Okay, good. Ella says, ooh. Oliver said easy. Paige said easy too. Clara says L. It starts with L. It does start with L. Excellent. It starts with an L and it makes the sound. Zach got it right. Paige got it right. Madeline says L. Oliver says L. Yes, you are super correct. And all of them also have letters in them too. So they do have letters in their pocket, but some of them might have been moved around because yesterday Chelsea accidentally dropped the pocket chart. So we might have lost a few of them. When we were moving the room, everything got moved. So there's an L, and you can put that beside letter. It might drop there because this one's a bit loose. And you can put that beside letter. And so letter says, and letter Riley's having technical difficulties. Oh no. We're having some technical difficulties today for sure. Madeline says L. Oliver says L. Letter starts with L. Absolutely. And letter L is a consonant. L is a consonant because it's not a vowel. It's not one of our main vowels. So if you knew it was a consonant, give yourself a pat on the back because that is excellent work. Okay, next one. Jam. What letter does it start with? What sound does it make? And is it a consonant or a vowel? Jam. Mrs. Hayward's just going to grab her coffee. What letter does it start with? What sound does it make? And is it a consonant or a vowel? I need a coffee stand right here. Mrs. Hayward is super funny. I know. Tell me. Ella says J. Paige says J. Clara says J and she loves jam. Oh man. You know what, Clara? You and I would be good friends. Mrs. Hayward went camping last year and we found this awesome farmer's market up near Brighton, and we got some amazing homemade jam, and it was so good. Clara says J, oh yeah, and Madeline says J, Oliver says J, and he knows it's a consonant. Good job, Oliver. Paige says it's a consonant. Good job. It's a consonant. Our vowels are A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes Y. The rest of them are consonants. So excellent work. Okay, the next one is lion. Lion. Tell me what letter it starts with. This might be a trick. Am I tricking you? What letter does it start with? And what sound does that letter make? And is it a consonant or a vowel? So there's such a good range of activities that you can do here with this. The other thing you can do is, I forgot to tell you about this, is on the back, it tells the answer. So on the back of jam, it says the word jam. And if it's a consonant, jam is in blue, the J is in blue. And if it's a vowel, it's in red. So that's pretty cool too. Also, so if you were using this activity, you could have your child pick jam, and then you could have them use letters to write out or spell the word jam, or they could write it on a whiteboard. And then if they want to check their work when they're finished, they could turn around and check the word on the back. So such a good range of activities that could be used for this. They could use these to do sentence starters if they're in grade 2 or 3. So many great things to do. Okay, Zach says L and a consonant. Clara says L. And Paige says L and a consonant. So smart. You guys, I didn't even trick you. I did 2 L's to try to trick you. I thought you won't get that, but you did. You guys are really smart. Okay, I've got one. This one looks like the letter. It looks like the letter we have, but this one is called envelope. Envelope. This might be tricky. What letter does envelope start with? This might be tricky. I think this is going to be a tricky one. This will be for my grade 1-2s. What does, because I know I have a lot of grade 1-2s watching too. So what does envelope start with? What letter does it start with? And is it a consonant or a vowel? Those are the 2 questions I'm going to ask you right now. This is a trickster. Envelope. It sounds like it starts with 1 letter, but it actually starts with a different one. So this is a hard one. Pop it down below. Ella, see? Told you. I knew it. It sounds like it starts at the N, but it doesn't. It's a tricky one. You've got it, Paige. You got it, Evelyn. It is a tricky one. It's a very tricky one because you can't even hear the sound of the letter. You cannot even really hear it. It's such a tricky one. And it is, Madeline, you got it, and Paige, you got it too. It is a vowel. So envelope starts with an E. It's E-N. So if you said N, you are hearing the right sound. And that's great. That is great reading. If you said it starts with an N, that was a very good guess because N is the first sound that Mrs. Hayward hears. You don't really hear that envelope. It's very tricky because it sounds like that N is first, but it's not. It's envelope, envelope. That is such a tricky one. Clara doesn't know, said it's too tricky. And that's okay because this is more like a grade 1-2 question. So if you're in JK, don't feel bad. You don't have to know every answer. Carolyn, E and a vowel. Carolyn, can you just pop your little one's name down below? I still don't have that one memorized, I don't think. Do I have you on my notes? Nope. Okay, here's one. Here is one. This is going to be a popular one. Chelsea loves these. She actually has a giant one in her bedroom, a huge one of these. Can you tell what it is? It's a unicorn. Unicorn. Tell me what letter it starts with. I can really hear that letter. Unicorn. Tell me what letter it starts with. Oh, great, Oliver. Good job, Oliver. Tell me what it starts with. And tell me what sound it makes. And tell me if it's a consonant or a vowel. Unicorn. Clara hasn't even started JK yet? So you're a pre-K. Whoa. See, if you're doing this and you're a pre-K, you are going to be laughing all the way to kindergarten. Because when you get to kindergarten, you're going to be like, what? I learned this with hanging with Mrs. Hayward. Good job, Clara. Unicorn. Excellent, Ella. Unicorn. Excellent. And it is a vowel. You're right. Good job. Good job. Oliver says U and vowel. Annie, can you just pop your little one? Oh, it's Jillian. Jillian, yes, thank you. Jillian says U. Good job, Jillian. A U and a vowel. Good job, Paige. Jillian says it's a vowel. Excellent. Clara is 6 months younger than Ella. Whoa. Clara says U, and unicorns are her favorite. Unicorns are Chelsea's favorite too. She's super in love with them right now. She's obsessed. She's unicorn obsessed. So if you said unicorn starts with a U, you are correct. And if you said U is a vowel, you are double correct. So good job, unicorn. And it's a long vowel too. It's not a short vowel because it says its own name. Long vowels say unicorn. They say their own name. You can hear that. So that's a good tip to remember too when you want to know your long and short vowels. Okay, I've got another one for you. Yak. Yak. This is a yak. It's a type of an animal. Can you tell me what letter does it start with? What sound does that letter make? And is it a vowel or a consonant? Tricky. Tricky one. Mrs. Hayward needs another sip of her happy juice. Zach says Y. Excellent. It does start with a Y. You were so right, Zach. Clara says Y is for yak. Good job. Yak. Oliver says Y. And this, even though this might sound, if you're an older student watching, even though this might sound easy, this activity that we're doing today might seem a bit easier for you, reviewing your letter sounds is so important, even for strong readers. Chelsea is already reading at level 8 right now. So she's reading about early to mid grade 1. But she still needs to continue to review, even though she learned her letter sounds way back before she started kindergarten. She learned them all in probably she was about 2 when she learned all those letter sounds. But she still needs to be constantly reintroduced and reinvited back to letter sounds, because as they get older, they learn trickier words and they need to remember those phonics-based lessons so that they can apply them to those trickier words, so those longer, harder words. It's really important that they're still continuing to remember those the letter sounds and so that they can apply their good reading strategies to their trickier words. Sorry, I had trouble getting that one out. Good morning. Yes, you're so right, Paige. It is a vowel. Excellent. And Oliver, excellent. No, oh, sorry. You tricked me, Paige. It is not actually a vowel. So Y is one of those ones that is sometimes a vowel. So this is actually a good discussion to have. So you're right, Paige. I said A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes Y. I like to do it like that. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. So the sometimes Y is when there is no other vowels in the word, then Y acts like a vowel. So, for example, let me show you. Let me grab, where is it? Oh, I don't know what happened to my whiteboard. Okay, we just did a whole change around, but let me show you. This is a really good point. So when you have the word Y, for example, there is no vowels, there is no other vowels in the word Y. So Y acts like a vowel in the word Y. But if you have the word, for example, the word yak that we currently have, we have the word yak, that's the word that we were just looking at. Y is not acting like a vowel because the A is a vowel in there and it's doing the vowel's job. So that's a really, really good point. Thank you so much, Paige, for bringing that point up. So every single word has a vowel. Every single word. So when there is no other vowel doing the job in the word, Y will act like a vowel. But Y can be in a lot of words and not be a vowel. It can just be a consonant. So in yak, Y is a consonant. That's what's tricky. Sometimes the English language is really tricky, and that's just one of those rules that you have to kind of learn. So in yak, A is the vowel, so Y doesn't have to do its job as a vowel. It can relax and be a consonant. That's another funny joke. Like the letters have to relax because they have to work and do their jobs. Mrs. Hayward, you are so super funny. All right. Mrs. Hayward likes to laugh at herself too. It's okay, right? We can laugh at ourselves. Okay, so that was a great one. Thanks, Paige, for bringing that up. That was a good discussion. And you can laugh at me too. I'm okay with that. Okay, this one is a sun. Tell me what letter it starts with. Tell me what letter it starts with. And tell me the sound that letter makes. And is it a consonant or a vowel? Pop your answer down below. You guys are doing so great too, boys and girls, and I'm so proud of you. Super proud of you. I'm so proud of you that I might need to have another cup of my happy juice. Good job, Ella. And if you're just tuning on and you want to pick this up, you can pick this up from Scholar's Choice. That's where I grabbed it from. But you can also just do something very similar on your own at home with letters, with a whiteboard, easy peasy. So you don't have to have fancy tools. Ella says S, consonant. Carolyn, I'm not sure. Can you just pop your little one's name down below? Jillian says S, excellent. Ella says soleil in French. Good job, Ella. Ella is learning to be bilingual. Oliver, good job. You got it. Paige, excellent. She says S, consonant. Oliver said S, consonant. First, Clara said C and then changed her mind to an S, and it's a consonant. Oh, Clara, that is such a good one. You are so right. Jillian says consonant, and Jillian thinks Mrs. Hayward is funny. I love you, Jillian. Thank you so much. I love you. Maddie says S, and it's a consonant. Zach says S and consonant, and Oliver says S, and it's a consonant. Yes, and you know what? For anyone who thought it was the C sound, S and C sound very similar. Chelsea sometimes will say that too. So the S and the C sound very similar. So they're a common one to mix up because they sound so similar. Just like G and J. G and J make similar sounds, and so sometimes kids can get those ones mixed up too. So this is sun, sun, and it is a consonant. Good job. Excellent. Okay. Boys and girls, you did a fantastic job today. I am super proud of you. If you want to continue on this with this activity, you could write out some words and write in a red letter at the beginning if it starts with a consonant, or sorry, if it starts with a vowel. And if it starts with a consonant, you could start it with a blue letter. And you could draw a picture beside some of the words. If you want to do that, and you can send it to Hanging with Mrs. Hayward, and I will post it up on the website and say what a great job you have done. So please send me your work. I would love to see it. Maddie did say C first. Yeah, see? It's a very, very common one. And it does sound like a C too. So did Paige. Yeah, absolutely. And Chelsea does too. So it's a very, very common one. So just finding out the difference between the S, because it sounds like the soft C. It does, for sure. Parents, if you can do me a huge favor, if you can share this video and like the video, that would be great. Share it on your page and in any of your parents' groups, because then we can reach more parents. And boys and girls, if you can send me any work that you do as follow-up, I would love, love, love to post it up on my website and share your awesome work about consonants, about vowels, and letter sounds. Thank you so much for tuning in, boys and girls. I am so proud of the hard work that you did today. Okay, and we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Goodbye.